Hello. So here is a very interesting, something like a note-taking, more fine-tuned to developers. This is an application. You can install it on a desktop. I actually had a very similar idea, but I don't have really much time to spend on side project these days. So I kind of understand where it comes from and some things I wanted to, some similar things that I wanted to do. In any way, this is called Heynote. It's a dedicated scratch pad for developers. And we see here like blocks have, you can set their syntax separately. You can see that you have here like a block where you convert from one type of currency to another inside. So during developers programming, you're doing all these mini tasks. You need to keep notes, code snippets, JSONs, whatever. So this is like an app for developers. I've seen some of the requests. I really I'm with them. I mean, one of the requests was that each block that you add, a block is like some text or some conversion, something would be added at the top. Right now it's at the bottom. Some other requested VI key bindings. So this is this application. Um, let's go over it some more. So let's see. First, I've seen it, so it's on GitHub, so it looks like it's currently free. This kind of application, I kind of estimate it would be a paid one in the future, but right now they're open source. Let's read this. One buffer, many blocks. At its core, Heynote is a large persistent text editor divided into blocks. Creating a new block is as easy as pressing Command Enter and pressing Command A within a block. Select the content of the block. Was great for Slack messages. Don't want to accidentally send a JSON response from an API you're working for. Notes formatting, etc., etc. Syntax highlighting. You have a calculator, right? So you can type things to calculate. I use a website for this. I have something like Notepad Calculator.com or something like this, where I do all this nice, easy, quick calculation. Here also has currency conversion. I can think of additional ideas on this. So how do people write desktop apps these days? So you see you have a distribution here for Mac, for Windows, and for Linux. The first guesstimate would be Electron, and indeed it is based out of Electron. So there is this also other project called Tauri, maybe Tauri, that is not Electron because Electron is based on like web technology, web Chromium, right? So it has large size, so many don't like its large size. So there is this route Tauri, which is based on Rust, and it's supposed to be using some internal web view. So it's going to be much lighter than Electron. However, Electron has a large user base. I would definitely stick today with Electron. Tauri is the latest and greatest, but Electron is the one that actually wins today, has the largest user base. I wouldn't take today. If Tauri takes the crown or approaches, let's say that this is Electron growth, and let's say that this is Tauri. So I would start looking at it maybe when its derivative is like this, when it's approaching Electron. Not at this stage. I somehow suspect it's currently at this stage, so I would just stick with Electron these days. So indeed, he's using Electron. So you can see here it's an open source. Here is the code base, Electron, right? So we have the sources. I expect here some web development, sample currency main. Let's take a look at the component based on view, but it's web technologies, so it doesn't look that big. I mean, editor. Let's see how is the editor. Okay, so the editor is not something trivial, right? Block. What is a block? So we see here a function to get a block. Standard JavaScript didn't mess with TypeScript. If it was TypeScript, you won't believe what the hell of types you would see here. TypeScript takes it to the total extreme of types. It just comes completely unreadable. I would love TypeScript, but they really went crazy with types. So I'm in for types, but don't take it to the extreme. I mean, yeah, you could claim that you can use some of the types, you don't have to use all the types, but if you look at TypeScript projects, you would see that they are taking it to the extreme. Also the users, right? You can control. Once you go in, you can control this. LightScript. I would get another language, call it LightScript, with like TypeScript, but let's not go crazy with the types. Let's have Java types. Something like similar to Java, where they have a good balance of how many types, etc. Okay, so we see it's quite readable. He knows to develop UI. I don't really know UI. So, looks good so far. And as we said, it's an open source. So let's see here some of the README, what he's saying about this. Yeah, so features, persistent text buffer, yeah, because the desktop app, you can save things locally. Block-based syntax highlighting, all these languages, auto formatting, math calculator, currency conversion, multi-cursor editing, dark light mode, option to set global hotkeys. And you have these installations, how to develop it, npm install, npm run if you want to develop this open source. Contributions, I'm happy to merge contributions that fit my vision of the app. Buffkis, always welcomed. Okay, great. So this was this little app called Heynote, based on the author. I think the author name is something with Jonathan Heyman. So Heynote. So this is a good concept, excellent concept for an application. This can go huge depending on really the features and things and effort that is implemented inside it. I estimate there is a very big room, and as I told you, I had very similar ideas. This, I have the full concept of what this should look like, but I don't have any time. So until next time, very nice tool. I personally won't use it because it doesn't have enough features as of today, but if it gets more and more features, then I would seriously consider using it.